What's up, homies? Rich Lord.
The homie T.Y.
And today we got a special guest. We got my homeboy Talmadge, the
Green Thumb.
If you're really trying to learn and step your game up when it comes to growing.
Horticulturalism.
The what?
Horticulturalism.
Yeah, that's
plants, growing plants.
Hey, school
Or
me.
is agriculture?
School me.
Is that a word?
Yeah, bro.
Like
Like agriculture, like all of our corn, cotton, all of the stuff we grow.
Okay, before we get into that, man, Thomas, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where you from?
Oh man, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised, man. I'm a Cleveland public school kid, you know what I'm saying? Graduated from there, went to Central State University, degree in biology, came back to Cleveland and help out in Cleveland. Like I'm an educator inside the city. You know, I think it's important to get back to the neighborhood that you live.
Any siblings?
Yes, I do have siblings. I got 3 sisters that I was raised with, Peanut, Tasha, and Ebby. Shout out. And then I got one sister that I found out about the end of my father's life, Ashley. So shout out to Ashley. So yeah, I got 4 sisters.
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah, man.
You got a new sister just out of nowhere?
No, didn't come out of nowhere. Came out of father.
So, again, yeah, like how did you find out you had another sister?
Oh man, like my it's funny
Yeah.
that you asked that. My pops passed away of lymphoma.
Man, sorry to hear that.
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's okay. It's not nothing to be sad about. It's a blessing. So, around the time my father was, at the end of his life, his dad had like tried to start coming back into his life. So I ended up just meeting a lot of family members that I didn't really know, mess with, all that good. Just at his funeral, I had the opportunity to meet my sister, like actually, because I saw her before, but I had not had an opportunity to really make her acquaintance. And then, I saw her at the funeral and then started seeing her more after that. My Uncle Dez was a big advocate of making sure, don't matter how they got here, them your father's kids. That means they're your siblings. Go find them, seek them out. So that's what it was about, and he made sure that was important growing up and shit.
Did your dad know that he had another daughter?
Hell yeah, he didn't pull out.
You know what the fuck was
Bro, what
going
you
on?
mean? Like,
You know
hell
what the fuck
yeah,
going
he
on,
knew.
Rich?
Shit.
Come on now.
He called my mom and told her and everything.
Hey, real nigga
Shake
shit.
it like a leaf, but I
Real
respect
nigga
that.
shit. You ain't just not knowing, like.
Nah, he knew. My pops
If
knew.
you got a kid out here, you like, wait, like, yeah, I did fuck that bitch. I know, like, I feel like there's a kid out here for me, like, that I'm like, I don't know where you at, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably didn't even tell me, though.
This nigga got a bad space.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Bad
I'm just saying,
space.
like,
Oh,
you
man.
know. And there was like a few situations where I'm like, man, that bitch did not go in there. Like, I know she probably, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What got you interested in the whole growing process or even just dabbing in the field?
yeah, how you get here?
Okay, I'm a terminal cancer survivor. While I was going through chemotherapy, one of my doctors, recommended that I talk to his pain specialist. This was
some
my
good
chemotherapy
weed, too,
treatment
Tommy,
was
by the
at
way.
Bethesda North and Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, while I was going through chemo, one of the pain specialists asked me if I knew a place where I could get marijuana safely that nothing was added to. He asked me if it was dangerous going to buy it where I was buying it from, and I had real good friends. Still got real good friends, and it wasn't never no issue to go, you know what I'm saying, to make sure I had something to smoke, because it was medicine that I didn't know was medicine until Pete, you know what I'm saying, Howard Lamar told me, like, hey man, this is something you need to try because you're going through something that I saw somebody die from, and they decided not to take some advice. Just take some advice. Use an older medicine and this other bullshit. Doctor who been a doctor, Dr. K, I'm going to just call him that because I respect his medical career, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, get him in trouble by saying his real name, but Dr. K, Indian guy, you know what I mean?
From University Hospital?
No.
Breast cancer unit? Like, hold on, bro.
No. He was a cancer doctor, and he told me, he said, if you know a safe place to get marijuana, go get it there. He said, don't take none of this pain medication whatsoever.
Damn, so the doctor told you this?
The doctor just let me know that every cancer medication that you take has a filler in it. So every pill that you take has a filler in it, and it's probably carcinogenic. He just said, look up the fillers in all of the pills you prescribe. And I did, and all of them was carcinogenic. And this was shit that they was giving me during chemo. So he said, yeah, man, there's a better way to do this shit. So moving back to Cleveland, you know what I mean? Like, weed is expensive. Is like the whole process of going through getting a medical card is expensive. Going to a doctor to, you know what I'm saying, be seen for getting a medical card, that is expensive. If you just want to buy weed, that shit is
facts,
expensive.
man. Weed ain't like it used to be.
No, I'm just being honest,
It ain't
man.
like it used to be when we first started. What the ass?
I don't like the fact that weed, it ain't no like. Like back in the day, you knew people that was like, all right, my nigga Corey got the good bud, he got the dro. Now Corey coming with $50 zips. You like $50 zips? Where this come from? Like, it's all over the board. Like, nah, a zip back in the day, $400. You know what I'm saying? $350 for some drugs. Now you can get a zip for $80. You be like, where the fuck?
But you got,
you know what I'm saying?
You got to think what age we living in though. Like we
But
living in the age of information.
Anywhere, though,
we living in the age of information though.
True.
Like it wasn't.
That's why you here.
You
So we
too,
ain't
you're
gotta
not being
keep paying
funny.
these prices.
I'm not being
You feel?
funny.
Hey, I just want to
No.
shout out your batch. You get this right here. This is a good batch.
Shout out to OGG, man.
Yeah,
that's G? Okay.
the OG triple O OG. Like appreciate that, man. That's a blessing.
I heard he blessed you with some seeds.
Absolutely.
And you made them come to life.
Absolutely. So you know what I'm saying. I had a guardian angel that hit me with some Ethos genetic seeds. I didn't really know about genetics. I didn't know what a photo period plant was versus an autoflower. I didn't know what a
Wait. A what?
Hold on, wait. We're gonna get into that part.
Yeah,
We'll get
you
into
gotta
that.
slow it
We'll
down.
get into
Hold
that.
on.
Okay,
For all the
okay.
real niggas out there, what did you just say? What did you just say?
When you buy seeds, you go buy one of two types of seeds. You go buy either an autoflower, that means from the time you put it in the ground to the time it's gonna make weed, it's on a timeline. Or you buy what's called a photo period. A photo period is a plant that you start growing into a vegetative plant, which means it's on 18-6 light cycle. 18 hours on, 6 hours off. It'll get as big as you want it to get. And then when you're ready for it to flower, you switch it 12-12. 12 on and 12 off. You're pretty much telling the plant that, hey, it's less daylight right now, so you should reproduce. And by you doing that, the plant produces flowers. That's what the fuck we smoking right now, the flowers from the plant.
So wait. So let me get this straight. So you a regular nigga from Cleveland. You really wasn't think about growing weed.
Oh, I ain't no regular nigga from Cleveland.
Well, I mean, you not.
Get them together.
No,
Get them together, buddy. Hold on, get them together, buddy.
You don't got no farming background. Like you ain't come from a background like, oh no.
I mean, my mother, like most mothers growing up, had a little garden in the back.
I don't have that shit.
Okay, well, my mom happened to have a garden in the backyard.
So you started growing shit at an early age.
Well, it wasn't necessarily that. I just, my mother made me confident that, if I put a seed in fertile ground, that it'll grow. Like she
you
made me,
understood what the fuck
because I saw her do it.
I don't understand that shit. That's why I call you the green thing.
Okay,
So then the cancer shit happened.
Yeah.
And you like, fuck this shit. I want to do my own shit.
No, like it was pretty much like, okay, I smoke, my girlfriend smoked, you know what I'm saying? I got some family members that smoke. It's expensive. So at the end of the day, I'm like, it makes more sense to pay an extra $6 or $7 on your electricity bill every month and be able to smoke all the weed you want, as opposed to, damn, where your cousin at? Where your cousin at? I'm about to holler at him, man. I'm about to see. It makes a lot more sense to do it that way.
So let me ask you this.
Shoot.
What's the things that I need to start if I want to grow my own weed at the crib? What are the items that I'm going to need to start that project?
Okay, if you want to start growing weed, like simply without none of the special stuff that's going on, you're going to need an area to grow. I would recommend a grow tent. And the reason I say grow tent is because you have an environment that's separate from whatever environment you put it in that you can make perfect
So
for
you
your
can't put
plants.
the flowers just in your room and shit?
You could.
When you started out, did you have a tent when you started out?
Actually, when I started out, I was living in Slavic Village. My mom owned a building there and I was staying there. So I was looking around for stuff inside of the building because I wanted to start growing weed, so I did. I had some fire ass weed and I had like 3 or 4 seeds out of it. It wasn't full of seeds, it just happened to be some in that particular, batch I had. So after that, I put them in the ground. I took some aluminum foil, I put it inside of a box so it would be reflective. I took some CFLs, like the
Whoa. What's a CFL?
compact fluorescent light.
So weed light?
No, it's kind of like, not the bulbs that you would screw in. Remember the straight light bulbs that you would see at school? They make smaller versions of those that you could just screw into. Yeah, like the ones in the ceiling right now. They make smaller versions of those that you could just screw into, like the regular outlet that incandescent bulb went into, like the lights right there.
Oh, really? So they can make screw-in bulbs for those?
That's what that is.
Oh, okay.
Exact same thing. You illuminating gas instead of a filament. So, I put that shit in the top of the box. It was just lined with foil. And then from there, like a plant started growing. Now the
Wait,
plant.
wait. You said box. What kind of box?
So
Like
I
a shoe
took.
box?
No, I took a cardboard box.
Like a regular, like
A
this
car-
big? How big we talking about?
Okay, a
box?
cardboard box. We talking like this was one
Show me
plant.
visually,
It
show
was like
me.
nope. It was 1 foot by 1 foot by 3 feet.
The box.
Yep.
So about this big.
1 foot long, 1 foot wide, and 3 feet high. I put the light at the top of the box. I was just spraying the plant with water every day, and it grew into a weed plant. That plant ended up dying because the box came off. I didn't know you needed a certain amount of humidity in the air at all times to keep a younger plant alive. Then I took another one of the seeds that I had, and I had a dog at the time, Blue, rest in peace, Blue, and I was just taking dog shit and putting dog shit on the plant.
You lying.
Dead serious.
Yeah, hold on.
So you putting
you
dog
picking
shit-
up dog shit with your bare hand to do what with it?
Well, I was using a shovel. I wasn't using my bare hands, bro.
What kind of dog we talking about? Like a pit
Pit
bull
bull,
shit?
yeah,
We
red
talking about
nose pit bull.
Chihuahua
That's
shit?
Red nose
he
pit bull.
grabbing
No,
the
no, no,
big
no, no,
shit.
no.
What kind of shit?
This nigga grabbing the.
Wait,
learned-
is this the
You
shit we
grabbing
smoking?
shit this
We
side.
smoking pit bull shit?
Nah,
We smoking pit bull
man,
shit,
no,
bro.
no.
What
What
we
I'm
doing
saying
now?
is, like what I didn't know was live organisms in your soil help break down shit so your plant will have nutrients available to its roots. I didn't know that shit.
Wait, slow that down.
Oh,
You
okay,
put
so
shit in the dirt,
dog shit is full of bacteria.
right?
The microorganisms in dog shit, and I couldn't tell you exactly which ones was in my particular dog's shit, but it happened to help the plant. It was breaking shit down so it was available for plant roots. Now, I'm gonna go back to the shit that I bought and the shit that I learned, but this was magical weed that I just happened to just let grow. So it went from maybe to a like this actually worked, and then I'm trying to recreate the miracle. So, like motherfuckers had to start over. Like I didn't have a lot of money. Like I said, cardboard box, CFL light. Plant ended up dying. This is when I tried it again at my apartment currently, you know what I'm saying? Because it had worked when I was living in Slavic Village. It didn't work. The plant ended up dying because it needed more humidity. Like I said, it make more sense to get a tent. Got a Vivo Sun. It's 24 inches by 36 inches by 60 inches. So it's 5 feet high, 3 feet long, and about 2 feet wide.
So how many of you can you fit in that tent?
I can't get in that tent. That's a small tent.
Okay.
The fuck?
The other tent I got, the 3x3,
Yeah.
I can stand up in there, move around. do
A
some
3x3?
spins and shit. Yeah, I got a 3 foot by 3 foot by 72 inch tent.
Oh, 72 inches.
Yeah, and the reason that I wanted to
You
get a
gotta
bigger
say
tent
72
was
part
Yeah,
first. You gotta lead with the 72
It's certain
part.
shit that's just not for you, though. Like,
no, man. It's
like you need a whole
You-
wing to that shit.
Yeah, you can't fit in a Toyota, can you?
no, not at all. I can't. I can't. Well, I drove
Real
a Toyota
nigga shit.
once.
You ever got stuck in a car?
Yep,
Really?
yep.
Oh wow.
How they get you out?
I was about to say how the fuck that happened.
The jaws of life. I'm fucking with you, bro. I ain't use the jaws
Oh,
of life.
I'm thinking Vaseline. I'm like,
I
how
just
much
laid-
Vaseline is that?
I just
We
laid
on
real
Jaws of Life.
straight.
What
I
they
laid
talking
real
about?
straight, and then my frat brothers they pulled me up on my feet.
Oh, okay.
Real,
Oh,
you
you?
in an accident or something?
What frat you with?
I'm a Q, man. I'm on the
Okay.
purple and
I
gold.
knew that.
guys.
Okay, Q.
I knew that.
Represent the Q. Shout out to Q's for doing your thing.
I'm one of the purple and gold guys, man.
Now, one thing I didn't know when I first met you, I didn't know you was an outdoors kind of guy.
Yeah.
And-
I'm like me. I would rather be outdoors. I'd rather live outdoors.
For everybody who keeps up with what we got going on in the FMH, you know what I'm saying, squad. Basically, we had a hard kick it during what was it? What was that holiday?
Juneteenth.
Real nigga. holiday.
Juneteenth,
Yeah,
the realest
Juneteenth.
nigga. I mean, the realest holiday it
Nigga
is.
say nigga.
I don't want to say what I say Juneteenth.
Talking
Why
about
can't you
Martin,
say nigga and Juneteenth together?
Martin
Wow,
Luther King
they don't
still
sound
alive.
like
My
it.
nigga, what's up, my nigga? You
I feel like that's
can't
some real
say
nigga
that,
shit.
bro.
You can't say that.
That's
bro.
some real nigga shit though.
But you know what? I bet Martin Luther King and Jesse Jack all them greeted each other like, "What's up,
Martin
nigga?
Luther
What's
King
up?"
shot pool.
Yeah.
The fuck? He was fucking on bitches. He was living his life.
Why you out in that man?
Man,
Why you?
don't
What kind
do
of show
that.
you around the hole out in that man like that?
I don't know. I'm
You-
just saying
man,
he's a
you
real nigga.
fit.
I'm
Hey,
letting you
man.
know.
I-
And our viewers know.
They know.
He a real nigga.
They
Just
know.
like me and you.
That's
Like
nuts.
that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
Time out.
Yes.
Let me just say this. I don't like the fact that you could be a real nigga doing real nigga shit. And niggas that ain't real niggas, they come and look at you and be like, oh, that ain't real nigga shit.
Give me an example.
Like, perfect example. Just saying the word nigga. I remember one of my homies, right? Homies for years, we been homies.
Okay.
Out of nowhere, the nigga just like, hey, bruh, I don't say nigga no more. Like, don't call me a nigga. Call me king. Peace, king.
Right.
And he said this in a group text. So all
I
the
was-
niggas,
I'm in there.
You
I got
remember
that. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, come on, hold on, my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
come on, my nigga. You know I don't mean no.
And
you know
that
what
was
I
your
mean?
response back. Hold on, my nigga.
Hold on, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like you know, it's another one.
But he was in better words, trying to get. He was trying to be woke. He was going through a learning stage. It was right around pandemic. Everybody was Dr. Sabi and Dick Gregory out. Like everybody.
Yeah, everybody was on that shit.
Man, he was back to back.
Everybody was.
He was on the court. My brother. You know, give him a chance,
Everybody was on
man.
that
Yeah,
shit. That's a good
man. We was kind of wrong for just
You was
ignoring
wrong.
that.
I wasn't wrong.
We was, man. If your friend basically is trying to
I feel like it's levels to that
enlighten
shit,
us or
It
help
wouldn't
you
be- it's not
elevate, you
even
supposed to give it a
no.
chance.
When you with your niggas, they're still my niggas. If you go anywhere in the world and you bring your niggas with you, them your niggas. Like nigga, nah, nigga, I know you. Like you my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like they can call you Pastor T.D. Jakes. I'm like, nigga, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. That was a good ass service, nigga.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm just saying, like,
My man, we got this nigga was here.
no, I ain't forget that.
Oh,
But look
absolutely.
though, what's your plans? Like, what you want? Do you want to teach the community how to grow? Do you want to like sell bud, which I know you don't, because it's illegal against the law. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
so what you gonna do with this bullshit?
Like, dude, I plan on having enough medicine for myself. I think that growing up in a high crime neighborhood, we were taught exactly opposite of what the truth was, because at the time the government couldn't make money from it. They didn't know how.
True.
What's the truth?
The
Talk that
truth
shit.
is that marijuana is still like a Schedule 1 drug.
Wait.
And-
Come on now. What's Schedule 1?
Okay, well,
I don't know
okay,
that shit.
it-
I
it's
feel like-
essentially,
Slow it down for us.
essentially, okay,
Yeah,
no,
You gotta slow it down for
okay,
us.
no,
You feel me?
no.
We've been drinking, we've been smoking.
Essentially, marijuana isn't allowed to be researched because of the government's distinction that it's dangerous.
Whoa, wait.
However,
that's what
that-
Schedule 1 means?
Yeah.
You can't look into this shit?
No, because the government
Wow, I'm glad
deems
you
this drug as, because it's categorized as this, it's so dangerous you can't study it. Yet we have had whole civilizations that have had this as one of the crops that they grew because of its medicinal properties. Eastern versus Western medicine, you know what I'm saying? Like, we so advanced, we stupid. We going back to
That is
natural
deep.
herbalistic
You
shit.
You deep.
No, that's really that's
deep, though.
really what it is.
We so smart, we stupid.
Nah,
nigga.
man.
You unhealthy, eat better.
That's pretty much what it is.
That's deep.
And
Let me ask you this, T.
shoot.
Let me ask you this question.
Shoot.
Real nigga shit.
Shoot.
Do you think there's any like, okay, because there's a lot of niggas that's famous, like athletes. Like, do you think it hurt you? Like, do you, like, in your opinion? Because you
What
study
do
this
I
shit.
think
You like
what
our
hurt
OG
me?
on the, like, okay, this was going on.
I had
we
to learn,
bring you
man.
in. So, do you think athletes should, like, is it good for them niggas to smoke? Is it bad for them niggas to smoke? Like, how you feel about, like, what you think?
Every human body has a cannabinoid center inside it.
Wow.
To ingest cannabinoids in order to control inflammation, pain, inability to eat or sleep, it makes perfect sense. Push the button because you know the button is there. We live in a place where we're governed by the one with the most money or the one who stands to gain the most, because lobbyists they help to
Damn.
change our laws so that if a company that they work for isn't making money, this law doesn't exist. Remember how evil all the black people were that was locked up for having a little bit of weed? Terrified of the police in the 90s. I remember my daddy that was terrified of the police for having just a little bit of weed, and all they was doing was smoking and having fun with their friends. They was chilling with their friends. Now all of a sudden, because it's legal, and I think Biden did right by, getting rid of as many motherfuckers as he could on those low-level weed offenses. Like, we ruined people's lives because it just happened not to be legal, even though it was always a medicine. We just caught up late. We're not as progressive as a lot of European countries
Oh, I know that.
that had legalized it
Hey, look,
far
yeah,
before.
One of
Right.
my niggas said he went to Italy. He said the ketchup, like, you know, we got ketchup packets. Like, that shit expire. Like, you ain't supposed to be able to take a ketchup packet, throw it in the drawer. But he like, no, my bad. He like, no. Years later, that ain't how that's supposed to be. Like, the ketchup is next level. The ketchup.
You said it. Oh, the ketchup don't have any.
It don't expire?
No, like over here it don't. Over there it do. Like, it's
Oh
expensive.
no,
It's a
that's
nice-
because
it's a nice
like a lot of
amount.
health standards that keep Europeans healthy for a long time, American businesses don't want them. So lobbyists made sure that American laws were formed not to include those things.
Facts.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, you'd be amazed if you Google what U.S. foods are banned in other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying that shit on Instagram and shit. I ain't finding ketchup shit out, but I be seeing that. The thing that be wilding me out, cause it be simple shit like weed thing. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what other countries feel about weed.
What do you mean, bro? Like
weed just became legal. Amsterdam, it been legal.
The whole idea is it's so much more progressive all around America. Like, bro,
really?
I took a trip to Canada, right? Like, they got rules to buying weed in Canada. These is the rules. Cash only. Have the money ready. And these like, it's a phone book full of motherfuckers you can call to bring you any weed in the catalog. Have the money. I mean, you on the phone, you call them, yeah, man, let me get a half. All right, but I want shit, 2 quarters though. Give me a quarter of this strawberry shit, give me a quarter of this lemonade shit. Yeah. Bring me some of them
We gotta go to Canada.
Whatever to smoke it out of. Like, no, that's what they do. Like, go to Canada.
I want to see what that's about, though. I heard about.
Canada,
what I heard about in Canada, right? Shit. They got coffee shops, or they call them smoke shops, or some shit like that.
Bruh,
but you can go there and vibe out and just smoke weed, like on some hookah type shit. But it's weed though, and you can buy the weed from the spot, and you be vibing in the spot.
Yeah,
like, hey,
bruh.
my viewers out there, let us know. Y'all ever take up the Canada coffee shops or weed shops or whatever that shit called? I ain't never did that, but I heard it's lit. Kill said he did that shit before.
I've been to like some different smoke shops out in Spain, some underground different spots. I thought
like
it was
on the weed side.
Yeah, they got some different dispensaries out there where you can got little rooms and shit where you can smoke. And
as a world traveler, nigga, who got the best weed?
To me, I'm gonna say, in my opinion, I thought Spain had some good weed.
Spain?
I thought
Get
Spain.
the fuck out of here, man.
I thought LA got good weed. I think.
You said LA?
LA got.
LA,
you know who got?
LA
Fuck that. You know who
weed.
got? Nigga, Jamaica weed. Next time I'm out there, I gotta find somebody else who would plug out there. I ain't found the right plug.
I let my boy for the Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because what we was getting, it wasn't.
Rich Lord.
Matter of fact, you know, you and your lady was on that trip. That was a special trip. That was a different kind of trip.
Yeah,
you know, we ended up going out there for my sister-in-law's birthday.
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica. And when I tell you, it was surprising to see how well the staff treat you out there.
In Jamaica?
Yeah, but I feel like they get mistreated.
Man.
I feel like they get mistreated by the places, by the venues and the hotels and stuff there. I don't feel like they really treat our people how they should, and I feel like they're making a lot of money off our tourism.
And people you about to start a crusade for them or something?
No, I'm just putting it out there. Really, what I feel like, you know what I'm
saying?
saying. I don't think a lot of people talk about that. I think a lot of people go out there and talk about all the foods you can eat and drink at these resorts, or you know what I'm saying, all inclusive resorts. But they don't really talk about how they treat the staff and how they have them living in their living quarters and things like that. I think, you know, so they need to really work on that for real. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to, you know, shed a little light on that. I think you made a couple friends out there.
Yeah, Java Jenna is his name.
Yeah, we told you.
He on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He said, look everything up when we get back this way. So shout out Java Jenna on YouTube. He was one of the
they got
let's smoke today.
They got smoke champs.
They got smoke champs.
They got all that.
Well, we the smoke winners. The fuck.
Okay.
The fuck we gonna smoke on our show?
Man.
Especially when Tom is in town.
Man,
I try to be around as often as I can.
Let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Do you think that, like, okay, from a grower's perspective, it's a lucrative thing to do? Like, I see a lot of niggas selling weed and kind of get into that dynamic. If you were to switch over, could you make a lot of money doing it?
Potentially, yes.
Really?
And the reason is it's still motherfuckers that understand that you could go into a dispensary and you could get some fire ass weed every time you go to the dispensary for X amount of dollars. But you could probably walk in the hood, and if you know somebody that knows somebody that know anybody, he letting you see different kinds of weed that's in the hood so you can find the same thing for a third of the price. As crazy as that sound. So anybody who figure out how to stop spending the money that they spending, and it's like, damn, my electricity bill went up $4 or $5. That was all.
Top of that shit.
So, real quick before we get out of time and everything like that, if you can really just run down the quick steps of like how to grow a plant, or you know, from seed to, you know.
Okay, from seed to harvest.
Seed to harvest. What's the steps to go down? Let's run that down. You know
okay, these are the steps. First and foremost, you need to germinate the seed. It's easy to take a shot.
Whoa. Wait. Matter of fact, pause. We want to shout out On The Go Services for letting us use that facility right now. One of our sponsors. If you guys need a virtual business address, a business phone number, if they need dot and non-dot testing, drug testing, they have fingerprinting. So if you need BCI, FBI fingerprint, go to onthegoservices.org and go and book you an appointment and come and step in and get your fingerprints done. On the go. What was you saying?
Okay, so seed to harvest. Real quick. I would take a shot glass.
Germination.
Pardon me? Germinate the seed. So
what does that mean though?
All right, a seed is a time capsule, and until water and moisture pop the time capsule open, it stays closed. You'll need about a shot glass of room temperature tap water. Put the seed inside the tap water. Leave it in there for about 24 to 48 hours. When you see the seed opening up and a tap root or the first little bitty root come out of the seed, transplant it into whatever your medium is. Medium is whatever you're growing it in. If you're growing it hydroponically, you probably have clay pellets that you are growing it in. If you're using soil, I use Fox Farm Ocean Forest. If you're using something like Fox Farm Ocean Forest, it's a pre-mixed soil. So it already has natural stuff in it to help the plant grow for like the first 30 to 35 days.
Okay.
All right, so after the seed is germinated, it goes directly into the soil. When the seed starts growing, you're going to do some low-stress training. In other words, you're going to bend the plant over so that light hits other parts of the plant.
Give it some back shots?
Nah, don't get a plant no back shots.
Right there.
So as a plant naturally grows, it'll be a Christmas tree. You don't want a Christmas tree. You want to bend the plant over so that light hits the bud sites. After the plant gets old enough, so it's going to be germinated, and then it's going to be in the vegetative stage. You're going to grow it real big and strong. After that, you're going to change the light cycle from 18-6, that's on, off, 18 on, 6 off, to 12-12. That's 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It changes from needing a lot of nitrogen to needing more potassium and phosphorus.
After I bend them over, I put them to sleep too for a little minute.
You feel me?
Like, lay your ass down, boy. Ain't nowhere for you to go.
Don't say nothing.
Ain't nowhere for you to go after I done bent you over, bitch.
Hey, we appreciate
That's just me, though. That's just me. That's how I like it. I'm sorry. I've been geeking. I ain't gonna lie. Hey. And it's Halloween. We outside.
Who'd you come as? Your DMC?
No, nigga, my chopper walk you. The fuck? Nigga, I ain't gonna I want you to see this face.
Do that again one more time. They don't do it like that. Hey, they don't do it like that. Hey, they don't do it like that. Hey, my nigga, man.
They ain't fucking with the flexing skills.
Nah, they ain't.
Interesting. Nice. Yeah. Listen, let me just say this, right? Real nigga shit. It's wild how, like, I smoke this shit. Like, I do. Like, I smoke this shit. I low-key love weed. And it's like...
Same here.
It's so much shit that go into that shit. Bro, I feel like I'm a whole... After having this conversation with you, right? This is me. I can't speak with nobody else.
Bro.
I feel like I'm a whole different nigga out here. I'm like, nigga, this turpentines ain't right, nigga. This 820, bro. This 820, bro.
Yeah, hey.
Fuck out of here. Like, this turpentines ain't right.
Your shit ain't 66.
Yeah. Nigga, this ain't
66,
nigga. Nah.
Check your computer file.
Check your shit.
No. What I'm saying is,
man,
it's like all the
shit ain't cloning, nigga.
All the best shit.
Your shit ain't cloning, nigga.
No, all I'm saying is all the best weed that you ever smoked, motherfuckers followed rules to get from seed to harvest. Like, it was rules that they followed to get to, damn, that shit smell good, hit good. You know what I'm saying? They did.
So wait, so you saying that the good weed is really like the most disciplined weed? Like, that shit is...
No, the good weed come from a disciplined grower.
The nigga or the original plant? When you say
okay, so you got motherfuckers like, okay, it's companies like the Humboldt Seed Company, right?
Right.
You can look them up online. They got YouTube videos that show you how some of the people who work for them phenotype hunt. That means that look, that smell, that taste that you look for like a brand name of weed. That's what they looking for. So they got motherfuckers that only look for the best looking plant, the best producing plant, the highest yielding plant. You know what I'm saying? After the motherfuckers find the shit that they looking for, they got people in a lab that cut clones off of the same plant and grow clones together. The reason they grow them together is because they're trying to figure out which one is the strongest or which one show the phenotype or what they want to see in the weed the best. After they figure out which one do that, they turn that plant into a mother. that plant stays in a room for the rest of its life. I'm talking about like for years.
Like how many years? Guesstimate.
You can keep that plant alive as long as
80 years, 20 years,
the plant,
125 years.
Generally, they only keep a plant in the industry for like, I want to say like 18 months.
Oh, okay.
The reason that they do that is because they constantly have fresh genetics that are the strongest genetics.
Okay, wait. So for real niggas out there, let's slow this down.
Okay.
So my favorite weed of all time is Kush.
Kush.
You show me some Kush, nigga, I'm rolling. You know what I'm saying? So a former nigga in the mountains somewhere was like, all right, I got a good brand. This is what I like. Some niggas in the lab was like, all right, give me that. We about to clone this shit and make this shit cushion everybody in the world. Is that how that shit work?
Yeah,
is that how brands come to be? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what motherfuckers do is they hunt for phenotypes. They also hunt for what are called land races. A land race is a type of weed that has not been mixed with anything. So like an example of a land race is Durban Poison. So that strain is by itself. It hasn't been like genetically altered. It hasn't been mixed with anything to like make one of these, like, you know, like the strawberry cheesecake strain or the cheese or AK Auto, or, you know what I'm saying, Kush, strawberry Kush, banana Kush, all the different kinds of weed plants that were mixed genetics. Okay, so after you find a specific type of plant that you want, if it is a photoperiod plant, which usually it is, that means you can grow a plant as big as you want by keeping the lights at 18.6 and then switching over 12.12 when you're ready for it to flower. After a plant is so big in 18.6, that's in vegetative stage, you're going to take pieces of this plant and start cutting it off.
Like the branch.
Yes, you're going to take a branch. You're going to sterilize your tools, cut the branch at 45 degrees, dip it in water immediately so that you don't have a bubble form at the end of it. After you finish cutting all the ones you're going to cut, you're going to get your medium ready, which is usually a rock wool cube. Rock wool is a piece of rock that is spun like cotton candy so that the roots have billions of places to like make little roots so that they can absorb nutrients. After you do your cutting, dip it in rooting hormone, you put it in your medium. After you put it in your medium and you make roots, now you have a clone. That means that you got the same genetics. That means you got the same sex. And that's important because if you know you're starting with a female plant, you know all your clones will be female. So out of this one plant, let's say I cut 15 clones, all 15 root. Now I got 15 plants instead of one. I take these 15 plants and I grow them as big as I can. And I get flowers off all 15. But remember, I still got the mother growing in a separate room. After them plants flower and they're done with that, cut 15 more. Root that other 15. Now I keep the cycle going, and I got one mother that has an unlimited potential to make weed as long as I keep her alive. That's how perpetual grow work.
Hey, cut that.
Damn.
I feel like I'm like way more like
you did that, bro.
Like on the weed shit. I don't know where you was. I'm like, okay, but we gonna done this back. I'm gonna have to replay.
Yeah, cause I don't know where he at. Cause I was lost a minute ago. But I know we recording it, so I'm gonna rewind that back on my own time.
Y'all watch that back. Too.
Yeah, y'all.
Matter of fact, where we can regurgitate all that shit.
Cause I gotta
give me your cash.
Yeah, I gotta get on Webster.
That shit.
I gotta Google some
words. He said 15 times 15.
Man,
carry the one.
You seen the math?
He left me. And he was reading and shit. I'm like, nigga.
Man, you know.
You got a good weed. That's all I need to know.
It's a teleprompter right there.
Okay, that's what he was doing.
Hey, it's to the fact that we know who we gonna go to.
For the week. Hey, man. Listen, for now on, all my weed, listen, I'm glad we met you. Glad you were part of it. Shout out to Homie Thomas.
I need you to, we gonna need you to help set up our own private shit. And
yes. I like where you. Shout out for the homie brand coming. We like, I want my shit to be some turpentines and some 16.
You want them?
I want my shit to thump. You know what I'm saying? Like some runs,
nigga, like, all that shit. I want
some tens on the dough. I want my shit to smack, nigga. You ever had some weed?
What you say, Puka? I want that shit.
On that Puka.
I want that shit.